What is up, YouTube family? My name is Sean, and welcome to Penumbra Overture. Now, unlike Amnesia, I know nothing about this game. I remember a lot of YouTubers I grew up played it. I always saw it on their playlists of their old games or whenever I cycled through them, and a lot of them played this immediately after Amnesia. And I don't quite remember if it was just me not wanting to not watch Amnesia at the time, or if this was I just wasn't interested. I couldn't tell you. I was in end of elementary school, high school area. So I don't remember. I think one of the YouTubers I watched played this again within like the last 5 years or something, and they said it was their favorite game. I forget which one. But then, even then, at that time, I think I only had it on background noise while I was doing other stuff. So I know nothing about this game. And I've heard it's scarier than Amnesia. So we're going to see if how this goes, because Amnesia was a cakewalk, right? I wasn't scared. I didn't get scared at all during that. Nice scene on screen. That's me in the coffin, by the way. Okay, new game. Who are bad at action games? Me? But no, normal. Okay. I've got a really janky fucking setup right now. I have a TV in my room, and
my part in this allegory.
Okay, I'll tell
I'm
after.
not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline.
Don't mind me.
His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland.
Ooh.
It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Jeez. I hope you're not going to try and claim Greenland. Who would do that in the 21st century? Jack Daniels! Yes! Okay, anyways. We're almost docked. What chances are picking things up using left mouse? Too closer with the right mouse. Okay. So yeah, my situation for recording is very janky right now. So I kept trying to open the game, and so the game changes my it creates a sub window, and my mouse can't leave that window. So I was like, well, shit, I need a second monitor, and I don't have a second monitor, but I do have a TV in my room. So I'm currently streaming over the internet to my TV, because my computer is too far away from the TV. So if you keep seeing me like looking up here, that's where my TV is, and I can see myself on OBS to make sure that things are recording properly. But anytime you might be thinking like, why don't you just alt tab out of the game and go and whatever? Well, like I said, the game changes the resolution and puts itself in a small box. I just got soup hanging around. It creates a sub window and then puts the game in the window at a different resolution, which is really janky. But anytime I alt tab out of it, the game doesn't go back into the window, and my Steam goes into the window instead. So then my Steam now is in its sub window, and the game just goes off screen and fucks my capture up. So let's hope this works. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Anyways, you don't care about that. You care about me getting my ass scared. Oh god. I've heard from a friend of mine that this game is quite janky, for being, because it is an old game, but Amnesia kind of was too. Okay, so it's similar kind of rules. Okay, similar, yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But we're on a boat to Greenland. Soup. Jack Daniels. Okay, do you... I'm not gonna throw... Yeah, that tracks. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information and reminders. So N and P, those are very far keys on the keyboard, but that's fine. Now, where's that emergency glow stick? Should still be in the locker. Keys in my inventory tab. Okay, so I can... Okay. Okay. We got a jaw of a fish, soup on the floor, padlock. I don't have a key. Bag. And there's a chest. What's in the chest? More Jack Daniels! Okay. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. Is it this paper? Oh no, it's the Jack Daniels I smashed. Oops. I don't really know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? Well, seamen, probably. Fuck, I'm not funny. I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing that they've had a wash. I must be tired. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said that they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Well, that's fucking sweet. Alright, I got a nice wife, and a bucket, and a porthole. Okay, well, what's on the map? This is just Greenland? The peninsula... Sure. Okay. Well, I can look at the door, but nothing leads out onto the deck, but I don't fancy braving the weather until I have to. Okay, sure. Crew seemed friendly enough, but just in case I locked up my valuables. Smart. I'm pretty sure the key's in my inventory somewhere. Oh, yes, I say that too. The key's just in my inventory. Do I? Yes. Okay. Ah! Extra batteries. And a glow stick. Should come in handy if the torch runs out of batteries. I should be able to access it through my inventory or with the G key. Yes, G for glow stick. I'll remember that. Okay. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost the feeling in my extremities soon after, and new hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. Well, dang. I know a thing or two about snow being up here in Canada. It's fucking cold as shit this week where I am. Actually, it's warmed up a bit. Feels like minus 28. It felt like minus 40 earlier in the week. Okay. A little grainy. Yeah, a little icy. Tire had went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the winds roaring past. Or is it some... Okay, well. Rocks. If I click and hold, yeah, I can rock. I need shelter from the wind. It's fucking windy. Ah, shelter. Shelter. I've nodded down just... Oh, you're frozen? Yeah, you frozen as fuck, yo. Okay. Can I... No? Is that what I'm supposed to... Oh. Oh, wait. Is this a amnesia puzzle? Do I... the cold. Do I bust up the ice on the... Yeah, okay. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Do I still have fingers? Was that my fingers? Can you not talk in my ears, please? Thank you. You fell. Did you not use... Oh. Yeah, okay. I guess the ladder broke. Okay. Well, I'm glad that this grate didn't break. Okay. Barrel. Okay, flashlight should be F. Yes. F for fantastic. Pipe. Flare. Tuna. Picture. Yup. Ooh, hammer. Okay. Hammer. Okay. Stuck something in the way. Okay, so can I... Hammer? Oh. That's fucking fun. Okay. I don't suppose that's working, though. Okay. Can I put this back? Yes. Okay. Can I steel rod you and really, really fucking... What? Can't you just... Like a crowbar? Am I stupid? Am I missing something? Oh. Oh. I am missing something. Hello. Okay. Let's try. Can I also... No. Okay. So I bet you I've got to hammer these boards. Yeah. I'm just gonna hold on to this for a while. The blue. Pardon me. Oops. Fuck my mouse sensitivity. Okay. Excuse you. Hello? Fuck. Wait, are there batteries in these? Can there be batteries in these? I don't know. Okay. I can't open door with hammer. Okay. Can I H for hammer? 1 for hammer? No. Okay. Well, I can't for hammer. Oh. Oh. Okay. Back in the hole we go then. Okay, so this way wraps around and goes into the room, or sends me back. Exactly. Yeah, okay. Wee. 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 Okay, anyways, I guess that this is the place to be. Okay, what are you? Some kind of industrial mechanism. Oh, there's a hole in the center. Would this just so happen to fit a steel rod? Okay. Ah, yes, to where the noise was. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. This isn't the Arctic. This is Greenland. Fuck. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. Okay. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, unless you don't have insurance. Friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong. Part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids. Knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Okay. Jotted down a note just in case. Did you? I don't see a note. Ah, the entrance to the caves. Okay. Okay, so blue means hidden. I understand. Explosives? Oh, okay, so where am I? I'm here. The office is just sort of left, so let's go to the office. Office. Do I get a way of lighting these? Not yet. Okay, office. Office! It's a vision rock! Oh man, an old man clutching something unseen. He is strange and yet he is no stranger. I've seen before. Still I know this man before me is Howard. I call him father. Okay. Daddy? You're in the rock? Yeah, don't touch the glowy rock. Backstrin. Emergency airstrip weekly report. Another remarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. Routine runaway maintenance completed. 1 wounded. Oh, poor guy. The one wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line before. Oh, okay, I guess it's 1945, hey. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workshop armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple fingers. I take partial responsibility for this in that I allowed them to access the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom. Excuse me. And I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients as a precautionary measure. I've now locked up a manual chest in my office, and we will keep it at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined. Oh well, they lost some fingers. I'm sure they got something out of that. And the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay here, but the matter is out of my hands. The space is so disconnected sometimes. I feel as the war could end, and we might not even hear about it out here. Dynamite for excavation purposes, 7 bayonets, 1 industrial ice pick, 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7C. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams later this evening. After martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Okay. Do you got any goodies, M. Major? Batteries? Oh, another note and a key. Copenhagen Post. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high
slip and slide
rates at the Greenland mine. Oh, so it's not a monster. Y'all are just going crazy. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher
slip and slide
rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace compared to the national average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the minor symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers who hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH 4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducted to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as the is that an R? Turngate live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. Is it a Wendigo? Do I have to survive until dawn? Movie sponsor me, please. Okay. A lot of paper. Okay. So for timeline purposes, I'm actually recording this batteries the day after Valentine's Day. But you might be thinking to yourself, but Sean, it's like March, which I'm assuming that this video is gonna go up in March at my current schedule, because my Immortal videos take a year and a half to fucking edit, but that's fine. It was good. I took a self-love day, as one should. More jerky. But I'm wondering what you guys did for Valentine's Day. Did you guys self-help? Painkillers. Or did you guys do a self-love day? Did you guys have a partner to do something for? Or who did something for you? Big Book of Explosives. Yes. Black match fuse. Okay, I got Baxtrin. Black gunpowder. I know how to make that. String, preferably cotton. Okay. Dynamite. Okay. Nitroglycerin. Small amount of sodium carbonate. Alright. TNT. Okay. Armstrong's mixture. Red phosphorus and barium. Fun. Alright. guarantee I've at least had my search history looked up at least once. I had to have during university. Like, I swear they put you through um I swear they make you search up stuff on purpose just so that like anybody who gets a degree in chemistry has had their like shit looked up at least once. Because we had questions about picture blurred British platoon. It dated back to World War II. Oh, back to game. Oops. We had questions about like, oh, what is the chemical structure of cocaine? What, blah blah blah, whatever. Never taught us how to make it. No shit. But like, I swear they did it on purpose so that we would be like on watch list in case we ever learned how to make anything that we shouldn't be making. I'm not here. I'm not here. Anything within my field of vision might panic me and then I'm a goner. Okay. I understand. So if I stare at it, I might panic. I understand. So it's similar to the amnesia thing. Of like, look at the thing and you'll go crazy. But instead of going crazy, I'll just panic and then the thing will see me and then it'll attack me and then I have no way of defending myself, so then I gotta run and hide. I mean, I have a hammer. But where are you? Oh, you're there. Okay. What is Jeff? What is okay? Where am I? It goes that way. Okay, I could probably get to storage. Probably get to storage. Hello, puppy. No? Oh. Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Storage. Can you not? Okay, storage. I don't like the dog. It's lighter. Okay, empty lighter. Boots. Mouse maybe. Okay, is this the way out? No. Hello. Some kind of trap door, but I can't see where it would be. Okay, well, so there's probably a trap door here somewhere. So this leads back out. It's locked. What about you? It's locked from the other side. Okay. Garbage. Oh, it's just full of rocks. Now it's not full of rocks. Is this where the trapdoor is? Oh, yes, this is where that trapdoor is. You can't hide from me. Ooh. Hello. Painkillers, batteries, and the dad stone. Okay. Never mind. Okay, never mind.